So, let's go ahead and start this out with saying it's nice to be back in the studio. I like walking, okay? I like walking, but the whole quality has been brought down because I'm just going out there going, next up, bad news of today. It's not the great quality that I want to provide to you guys. So eventually we'll get back to that point. I think, though, I will keep up with the My Big Fat Journey, maybe doing that on some walks. I think that's a good idea because that's following the same theme of trying to get healthier and whatnot. But one thing I do have, hopefully, I had to get one piece of equipment. I had to get a headphone jack because, Apple. But I have this. I have a clip-on mic that I will not use for the show. But I can just clip it on, like right there. You can't even tell that I have it on. But I'll probably try using this for the walks. I've never actually tried it. I just have it. So we'll kind of just see how that works next time I do a walk. I know exactly where I want to walk to. No cars, which is the nice thing. But as a little side note update, 50 pounds have been lost since I started. So I'm not going to do it. I won't do it till about 100 pounds, of where I'll take a look at a before and then a current of myself. So if you want to, go back to July 12th. If I did a show around then, maybe July 13th, something like that. But take a look at the show then. Take a look at the show now. See if there's a difference. I mean, I'm too concerned that I would not see a difference, and that would discourage me, so I'm just not going to do it. But huge accomplishment with weight loss, and I'm happy to be back in the studio. That's pretty much the opener for today. And so with that, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. It's the Fat and Happy Show, everybody. Let's get to it. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the Fat and Happy Show. Come on in, take off your pants, and have yourself a bowl of cereal where the lighting is a little bit low. But this little boy has been starving so much. You haven't had your milk in so long. I don't think you thought you were ever going to get your milk again. Come on. Because if we think about it, the last show that I did was like on a Wednesday. And then I think it was actually a Thursday, was like the last show that I did. And I was on the road. And then I did the talking on the road. So I haven't been in the studio recording for a while. It does feel a little bit weird because I had the weekend off as well. It's nice to be back. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into some holidays of today where we got 5. Okay, we got 5 holidays that we got to celebrate. First off, it's Waffle Day. Who doesn't love a waffle? Okay, they're much better than pancakes. I don't care what you say. Because when you put them and you stuff them full of butter and syrup, those are little pockets of friendship is what that is. You develop a friendship with that waffle. That waffle loves you. Where what does a pancake do? It won't hold your syrup. It won't hold your butter. It'll just slide right off. Okay? Maybe a pancake absorbs it better, but that's because it's greedy and it doesn't want you to have any of the syrup. So you have to take it by force. Then it's also Peach Pie Day, also known as the second place winner to America's favorite pie. Next to apple pie, of course. I mean, let's just admit it. Apple pie is number 1, but I think peach pie comes in a close second. Let's go ahead and throw some obscure ones in now to the mix, where we have Can Opener Day, which, God bless can openers, because when I moved into the house, I didn't have a can opener. So I had a can of gravy, and I needed to open it. And you'd think, well, if you can't open it, don't worry about it. But no, I have power tools. So I ended up taking my drill. And I drilled a big hole and a smaller hole so that way the air could get in and it'd flow out nicely. Did I consume any metal particles from that drilling? Probably. But you want to know something? I got that gravy out of that can without a can opener, and I was damn proud of that. It's also Knife Day. Another thing in the kitchen that I think we all appreciate. Whether it's a butter knife or a steak knife, doesn't really matter. Knives are just great to have. What else you got to spread your butter with? A spoon? Because I do that from time to time. And then also, lastly, it's a sound holiday. It's Pluto Demotion Day. Where Pluto is still a planet in my heart of hearts. But you know what? What does it matter? I'm not paid enough to make those decisions. Alright, now we need to get into that bad news of today, where this is actually really unfortunate, because this is something I wanted to go see, and I stand a chance to actually miss out on it. Do you need more milk? You need a little bit more milk, don't you? The redwood trees in California are currently on fire for the most part. There's a wildfire basically over in California. Big surprise. It's like saying that there's an earthquake in California. Everyone's kind of going, oh, really? That's surprising. But yeah, with the wildfires over there, there's already been how many acres? 63,000 acres destroyed. And they're only saying it's 5% contained. So hopefully that 5% is the redwood forest, because those trees are ginormous. Like some of them are about 50 feet around and taller than the Statue of Liberty. Like that is a huge tree. So hopefully they're able to get those redwoods back under control, because if those things go, that is a huge tourist attraction and a great loss of wilderness. But in some good news today, there wasn't really much good news. Unfortunately, in the world lately, there just hasn't been a lot of good news. But in some good news today, a first grader, a little bit first grader, has started a nonprofit organization. I'm not sure how. I don't know how a first grader establishes this thing. I'm guessing mom and dad know how to do it. They just kind of helped out like a science fair project. But Paris Cares is now a nonprofit organization led by this first grader that is aimed at providing food for the homeless. But not only that, she did 500 meals for the homeless, and then she did, on top of that, another 250 meals for essential workers. So I'm guessing hospitals and whatnot. And that is commendable. And these meals were given away through non-contact. So my guess is there was a central location, maybe like a food bank or something like that, where she delivered these meals pre-made, already pre-packaged and everything, and basically just handed them out as needed. But the whole thing that it was through non-contact was that was commendable as well. Everything has to be non-contact and 6 feet apart. That's how America is anymore. But with that, let's go ahead and get into that dad joke of the day. Well, remember, a dad joke is just a simple question. Did you know that I'm only familiar with 25 letters of the alphabet?
Because you're dumb?
I don't know why.
He thinks he's a funny one.
It's so stupid. I still don't know. It's A, E, I, O, and U, and sometimes Y. Have we officially classified Y as a consonant or a vowel? I would like to know that. I want it to have it one way or the other. It's kind of like a tomato. I would rather it be on the vegetable side, but it's a fruit. I mean, technically, since it's a fruit, can we have tomatoes and fruit salads? And I have no pet photo of the day today, so we are going into a Did You Know fact of the day. Did you know the average person falls asleep in 7 minutes? I think I'm one of those that undercuts it to make that average just a little bit lower than it normally would be. Because I think I fall asleep. Like when I really want to fall asleep, I think it takes me about maybe 3 or 4 minutes to really fall asleep. I haven't timed it because it's kind of impossible for me to do that. But I think that's about where I usually land. And it's pretty good. But I know some people who have a lot of trouble getting to sleep. And that's when you put on NASCAR, and then they pass out in a minute. NASCAR and golf, the two best sports to fall asleep to. But now with that out of the way, it's now to the 2 cents moment of the day. Now's the part of the show where Kyle gives his 2 cents. Something I don't think people take seriously enough, but they should. It's personal hygiene. Because you want to know something? Personal hygiene is just one of those things that you may be comfortable with, but the people around you are definitely not. Because one thing you'll know is if you visit someone else's house, they kind of have a certain aroma, right? Where you yourself have your own aroma as well. Now, with that aroma, you become nose blind to it. You've been around it for so long that you don't notice it. It's there, but you don't notice. Other people, on the other hand, notice it immediately. They know, oh, it's you. If you haven't bathed in a little while, and you smell like maybe some BO or some rotten garbage. In all seriousness, though, bathe yourself. Especially you weed heads out there, for the love of God. Even cigarette smokers, get the tar off your skin. For the love of God, the buildup is just horrendous. It is. It really is. You make the people around you suffer because of what you do in your free time. So for the love of God, For everyone around you, take a shower. Or go out in the rain, let nature bathe you. Bad BO is one of those inexcusable sins of the world. So take care of yourself, America. For real. Like, there's some people, like some customers, that come through the store, and I've known them for a very long time, and sometimes I'll just have to go to the back room, or to the bathroom, or to the break room, or something, just to kind of let them go by, because they just smell so bad. I'm just like, if you don't have a shower, like, go outside next time it rains. Something. Just something to try and get the smell off. Go high school method. Just go high school method, okay? Get a thing of Axe and just go all over yourself, okay? Masks, anything. Will you smell like a high school boys' locker room? Absolutely, but that's better than bad BO. Jeez. Anyways, though, that is going to do it for this episode of the Fat and Happy Show, everybody. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys back here, hopefully, for tomorrow's episode. But, really quick, I missed 2 days last week. The 2 days that I missed, there just wasn't any news. I'm not going to put out half-baked episodes, okay? I think I mentioned this before, I just want to reiterate it again. If I miss a day, I'm just not finding any good news stories to cover, and I'd be bringing you a half-baked episode, where I don't want to give you something with a raw center. I want to give you something that's got all the content that I want to present to you. And even now, the show is still half-baked. I'm still trying to get... It's like 80% baked. It's not quite there, but we're getting there together. And when we get there in the end, it's going to be a really, really good show. But we got a little bit of work to do still. I got some more ideas on what I want to do for the show, but I just can't find quite the right things yet. So, regardless, though, that's going to do it for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys back here, hopefully tomorrow for a Tuesday episode. A good night.